II veterans. And we are honored to be with you today. And we're going to talk a little bit about what we've been through since we started this. First of all, are any of you excited to go? Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one that's excited to go. Some of the things that have happened as we were traveling through the years is we ended up on the front page of the New York Times. We don't know how that happened. And we can almost assure you that it's not going to happen while we're down there this day. But if you see the New York Times, jump in that camera lens. We also met Tom Hanks. We were at the premiere of the airing of the Pacific in Washington and in Boston. So we got an opportunity to meet him.
Nice.
We also, this is the flight for the Pacific. When they did the Pacific movie, the premiere in Washington, they invited 45 Pacific area veterans from New England and 33 Guardians, and a total of 250 World War II veterans from across the country to all be at the World War II Memorial at the same time. And we learned from that we want to make it a one-day trip. Because this was 2 nights and 3 days. And you guys are hard to keep track of sometimes. So we do this in 1 day. We actually met Curt Schilling. We were at Curt Schilling's house. He asked us to see if we could get a couple of Band of Brother veterans to his house, so we were actually at his house also. But this is what I want to tell you. We are here for you. It is your trip. It's not your family's trip. It's not your guardian's trip. It's your trip. You've waited an awful long time for this. So we want to make it the best trip that we can possibly make it for you. And in order to do that, safety is our major concern. So there won't be any consumption of alcoholic beverages on the day that we travel by anyone. No guardians, no volunteers, and no World War II veterans. And you can have, once we're finished the next day, when you come home, you can drink all you want. But on the day that we travel, because of the insurance regulations and all of this, we want to keep you safe. So please don't drink on the day that we travel. Some of the things that we're going to need from you is we're going to need to know if you want anything or need anything. But you need to tell us, or you need to tell your guardian. And I know for some of you, it's a change in your lifestyle to ask for anything. So if you need anything on the day that we travel, you let us know. Except a streetwalker on 14th Street. Because I can't justify spending any money down there for that. So you just let us know. Whatever you need that day that we're traveling, we want to provide it to you. We want to let you know that we will be going through TSA. It's a reduced screening. But we know some of you will be carrying your P-38s from when you served, or your sharp instruments or your knives from when you served, which go back quite a few years. They may confiscate them when we go through. So we're asking you to remove them from your valuables, from your keychains, before we go. And then once we go, you can put them back on after we come back. We will have wheelchairs available for everyone. So we have 67 veterans, there's 67 wheelchairs. We encourage you to get them in them early. Now, I said encourage. We don't require. So if you want a walker, you have a walker, or that makes you more comfortable, you have a cane, whatever is the best comfortable way for you to go, that's the way we want it. But we will have wheelchairs for everyone. We'll take one for everyone. We have encouraged your guardians to be no further than 1 elbow away from you all day long. And that's to prevent fall. So we have a way that we're going to be getting on and off the bus. We've instructed your guardians how we're going to do that. And typically what's going to happen is I will announce Guardians off first. Now we know that sometimes that you guys are a little stubborn and you're going to get in between, but that's okay. So we'll announce Guardians off first, then we'll get the veterans off safely. And then if you want a wheelchair, we have it there for you. We want you to watch your step, and we want your guardians to help you watch your step all day long. And we know that the longer we're out there, the more tired you're going to get. So we want to encourage that you can help us out by letting us know. We're going to encourage you to eat and drink, because we don't know what the weather is going to be down there that day. We will have plenty, plenty, plenty to eat and drink, but it's only water typically. We'll give you plenty of water. And then what we'll do is we'll have a lunch on the bus, we'll have food before we leave at Troop F, and then we're going to have a formal sit-down dinner. You don't have to dress well for this formal sit-down dinner. So dress in your relaxed clothes, be comfortable for the day. But if you can imagine this, we're going with 2 other honor flights. We're going with Long Island and Rhode Island. So not only will our group be sitting down for dinner and meeting at the World War II Memorial, we have a total of about 200 World War II veterans and a total of about 600 of us that are going to have dinner together. So don't worry about, and you know what, sometimes they say older people bring doggy bags. What's wrong with that? Take them with you. If we give them to you, take them home. So we encourage you to let us know if you're feeling tired or if you get dizzy or you have shortness of breath or anything like that. We need to know that. We have medical staff that's traveling with us. We have doctors and nurses and firemen and police officers and all of that are coming with us that are going to keep us safe for the day. But we need to have you let us know if there's anything wrong. On the back of your name tags and your guardian's name tag will be our cell phone number that you can call us if you have an issue. We have instructed your guardians not to allow you to pay for anything on the day that we travel. So if we go somewhere and you want a pin or you want a hat or you want something like that, your guardians are going to pay for it. And then we'll reimburse it if need be. If not, enjoy it. But it's on us. So you can't dig in your pocket and pay for anything on the day that we travel. Because it's an honor for us to be there with you. We want you to listen to this very, very carefully. We are going to be traveling with you. It's an honor for us to be with you. It's an honor for the guardians to be with you for that day. So there will be no gifting. It prohibits our veterans from giving any gifts to our guardians. Our guardians are there as an honor of you. They're volunteering to come with us. If we find out that any of our guardians has accepted anything as a gift from any of you, it's the last trip they'll take. Because it's our honor to be there. And we know that you want to say thank you to them. Send them a card, send them a letter, say thank you that way, but don't send them any gifts. We know that sometimes you're set in your lifestyle and you're used to doing things the way you do things every day of your life. We are asking you that on this day that we travel, to allow us to treat you for the day. And we know that's a change in your life. The next day, you can go back to the way it was. And you can feel the appreciation of what we've given to you because we want to give it to you. So allow us to do that, because it's an honor for us. I know this next slide probably won't make a difference to any of you. It won't matter, but I want to say it anyway. Just in case. We'll always be pretty close to bathrooms. So there's bathrooms on the plane, there's bathrooms at state police, there's bathrooms at the terminal, There's bathrooms at the World War II Memorial. There's bathrooms when we have dinner. So we'll always be close to bathrooms. There's bathrooms on the bus. Not that it matters to you, but just in case. We get a lot of, what do I wear on the day that we travel? We suggest that you layer your clothing. Because it may be cool when we meet in the morning, but it may warm up through the day. And it may be warmer in Washington than it is here. So layer your clothing. We want your first article on is to be your t-shirt. And we're hoping like hell that it doesn't rain that day and that it's pretty nice out there, so we can all be in the same t-shirts. So the Guardians and Veterans all are going to get t-shirts to wear. We are asking you that if you have a dietary need, bring it with you. For the wives that are in the room with their husbands that think that their loved one, their husband is going to be good on the day that we travel, we'll never tell you that they weren't. So, you're going to need a photo ID to get through the terminal through TSA. So make sure you have photo IDs with you. It's going to be a reduced screening at TSA, and what we're going to have is, all you're going to probably need is your gate pass and your ID. And that's all you should need. Because we've arranged it with Logan Airport, TSA, and State Police, that's all you will need. Because we're taking the entire plane. We will have ponchos and umbrellas and stuff like that on the day that we travel. I have to tell you, they are very inexpensive. So if you have something that you want will protect you from the weather, if you look at the weather on the day before and you see that it's going to rain that next day, you can bring that with you. Bring your raincoat and stuff like that. Something to keep you dry. But we will have umbrellas and ponchos and stuff like that. Sometimes they don't last more than one outing because they rip because they're plastic. So, but we will have them. If you have tote bags or backpacks, we encourage you to bring them with you. Anything that we can put overhead. So if you want to bring additional clothing with you that we can tuck in overhead, bring it with you and we'll tuck it in. Nothing that we need to check. But I want to address one more thing. Sheila, come here.
Busy.
Has everybody talked to Sheila?
Yes. Everybody talked to her.
Let's say thank you to Sheila. She is, without a doubt, the hardest worker I've ever met in my life. We carry stuff up and down those stairs of that office that most men would complain, and she's right there with me every step of the way. She never, ever complains. She has the energy and the smile of a fifth grader, so we can't say thank you enough. She's been with me from day one, and it's successful because of her.
No, it's not.
We are going to give you all a copy of this. This is what time we're going to meet. We're going to meet at 5 o'clock at Troop F, State Police Headquarters in Boston. And the easiest way to get there is just follow economy parking. Once you go past economy parking, on the right-hand side, you'll see the State Police Headquarters. And don't be yawning already. So you'll see State Police Headquarters, and what you'll see is you'll see the blue lights. We can park there all day long for free. So don't worry about the parking or anything else that day. They'll take care of us. We're going to get back to the airport at about 9:40 p.m. But what I'm asking is if you have family members picking you up at Logan, please have them meet us back at Troop F and not at Southwest Airlines. Because we'll get confused on who's left and who's with us. So have them meet us back at Troop F. If for some reason you're running late, meet us at Southwest Airlines. We don't want you to miss the flight, but if you're running late, meet us at Southwest Airlines. If for some reason you have to cancel, especially the family members here that aren't going on the trip, or the loved ones here, if you have to cancel, please give us as much notice as you possibly can if you have to cancel. Because we don't get any rebate or refund on those seats. So let us know if you have to cancel. The average temperature down there on that day is 75 degrees. The high temperature, but it's going to be